So as you probably all know, I play music. I'm very mediocre, but I do play music. And some people ask to see all my instruments, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you all my instruments. First one, of course, is the one you always see me playing, which is this one, of course. Sorry it's smudged because I play the hell out of it. But this is an Epiphone Masterbuilt. They no longer make these. It's discontinued. It was about $500, I think. It's a good guitar. It's acoustic electric, of course. It's a cutaway. And this is my baby. And I named him Eddie after Ed Robertson, frontman of B&L, of course. Now this one's a little bit special. Look at that cute little guitar, huh? This was technically my first guitar ever. And I got it when I was probably 12. And I didn't start playing guitar till I was 16. So by the time I actually started learning guitar, this was way too small for me. But I have it on my wall here as a memory because, like I said, first guitar ever. But now we're going to show you the first guitar I got when I actually started playing. This one is the one I learned on. It is a Epiphone Ebony DR100, something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while. But that's it right there. And see those cracks? Yeah, those little cracks? Yeah. When I was learning guitar, I got frustrated and punched it. Luckily, it was a cheap guitar. It wasn't even $100. And you'll notice it doesn't have strings on it anymore or tuning pegs. Because I'm going to, since I don't ever play this, I fucked up the neck. I'm going to use the tuning pegs for a new guitar I'm getting. That is a pretty nice guitar, but the tuning pegs on it, from the pictures I've seen, suck. So I'm going to take these all metal ones, which I have right here, and put that on the new guitar when I get it. Also, it may not look it on video, but this guitar is actually really big compared to most acoustics I've seen, and I don't know why, but this thing is actually pretty fucking big, even if it doesn't really show on camera. Quite big. It was actually kind of awkward. But at the end of the day, the reason I don't get rid of it is because it's the guitar I learned on. And like I said, the neck on it is fucked up, no longer has tuning pegs, and it doesn't have strings, and it's cracked. But at the end of the day, it's the guitar I learned on, so I'm going to keep it for the rest of my life. Now this one is my classical guitar, which, admittedly, I got this for 40 bucks on eBay. It has no brand, it's a piece of shit made in China thing, but I wanted to get it and kind of get the feel for a classical guitar and see what the main difference is, you know, between a regular acoustic and a classical. Huge difference, by the way, in case you don't know. Look it up if you don't. I'm not going to explain it here right now. I'm too lazy, but yeah, I mean, it still sounds okay. It didn't come with this pick guard. I stuck that on there because I like my guitars to have a pick guard. But yeah, I paid $40 for this. It was made in China and it has no brand on it. I plan to get a new classical, acoustic electric actually. There's a couple I'm looking at in the near future. Not quite yet though. Now here we have my mandolin, which you probably only saw recently in my For You cover on this channel. I'm currently learning it. It's not that hard actually, but you know, I'm getting there. It's really nice. It is a Dean Playmate. I got it actually only for 90 bucks at Guitar Center, and if you look it up, this thing has great reviews. They no longer make it. It's discontinued now, and I don't know why, but also, look at that. This is an acoustic electric mandolin, and that is awesome. And I just love the look of this one. It's nice. I like it. Might not be the most expensive one out there, but sounds great. It's acoustic electric, looks good. No complaints. Now, quite a few people see this case in the background of my videos and ask, do you have a banjo? And not technically. What we have here is a Banjo-tar, or Gitcho, whatever you prefer to call it. Tomato, tomato. What is a Banjo-tar? It's basically a banjo, but with a guitar neck. So you play chords just like you would on guitar, but you know, with more picking. You still pick like you would on a regular banjo, and obviously it sounds like a banjo. I never really played this, but like the mandolin, I plan to start learning. I can hear my voice echoing through the fucking thing. But this is a Dean Backwoods, and this was about $300. It is not an acoustic electric, but I took this off and installed pickups in it, so it is now. And it's nice. I like this one a lot. More big instruments to come, but right now we're going to focus on a couple of small ones. This is my blues band harmonica, key of C, and you probably never see me play harmonica. I only use this for one certain song that I haven't covered on the channel yet, but maybe in the future. If you'd like to see that, let me know. And then this one is in the key of G for Heart of Gold by Neil Young. Delta Blues, and honestly, I'm not a fan of the sound of this one, really. It's not loud enough, in my opinion, but, you know, harmonicas are cheap as fuck, so I could easily replace it. So those are my harmonicas, and this is my harp holder. You know, the thing you put on your head when you play guitar and harmonica at the same time? Yep, that's that. And here we have my first electric guitar ever. As you can tell, it's quite beautiful, and the thing just truly sounds great. A weird brand name though, Jamaica. I never got that. No, my real first electric guitar now, and you may recognize this one, though I made a couple modifications to it. If you've been watching Joey Let's Dippin' for a while, this is the one from my old intro, but before it had a white pickguard, and I changed it to a Canadian one, because you know how I am. Got a problem with that? Got a problem with that? And fuck you. But yeah, this is my first electric, and I got this a long time ago. It's actually a cheap one. It might look like a Gibson or whatever, but it's a Davison, which, you know, it's just a cheap brand, but I don't know. Thing sounds okay, but I don't really play electric guitar, which is why you never see me playing electric guitar. Other than my intro, which is not actually me playing. Now it's time for some other instrument-related junk, accessories and equipment and whatnot. First of all, for my acoustic, I use Ernie Ball Earthwood light strings. In the past, I've switched between these and medium light, and I like them both the same. Obviously these sound lighter, but that's what I use currently. I'm always switching between the two though. For my classical guitar, I use Ernie Ball Earthwood nylon classic ball end strings. Then for the Banjo-tar, I use GHS Professional Banjo 6-string banjo strings. I hate when they call it a 6-string banjo, because it's not. It's not actually a banjo, it's a hybrid. 50% banjo, 50% guitar. It's not a banjo. This should say Banjo-tar or Gitjo, whatever you want to call it. And I use Ernie Ball Beefy Slinky strings on the electric, even though I don't ever fucking play it. For capos, I use Kaiser. I know some people knock on them, but they're easy and they work, so I don't give a fuck. For picks, I use Dunlop Max Grip 0.73. Perfect, not too flexible, not too stiff. Got the little grip on there. Perfect picks in my opinion. I use Dunlop guitar straps on all my guitars, or instruments rather, because these straps, they're a simple yet nice design, and these are nice thick, nice heavy, solid guitar straps, which is what I like about them and why I use them. And for cleaning and maintaining my instruments, I use the Dunlop System 65 Guitar Maintenance Kit. This is great for anyone who plays guitar. This is perfect because you got the fingerboard cleaners, guitar cleaners, and the string cleaner and conditioner. Perfect little kit, cleans everything you need on it, and it's not that expensive. Highly recommend that. And I just remembered that I forgot to tell you what kind of strings I use for the mandolin. Just Ernie Ball loop and mandolin strings. Now for the equipment. I use Shure SM48 microphones, dynamic microphones, and I use Audio-Technica cables to connect said microphones. I have 2 amps, this cheap shitty one, and then this Line 6 one. But I don't ever use these. What I always use is my PA system here, which is a Harbinger HA120, 120 watt 4-channel mixer. This was about $300, and that's what I use to perform for people and, you know, record covers that, you know, I actually put effort into, or extra effort, instead of just recording it in the bathroom. If I do backups or whatever, like I did with Limits, this is what I use. And then these are the speakers for it. I have stands for these, but, you know, when they're just in my room, I don't need the fucking stands. You know, Harbinger speakers that came with it. Unless I'm forgetting anything, that's all my instruments and all the shit I use for them. So I hope the people who wanted to see all my stuff Yeah, I hope you're satisfied, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.